Dark side of Jamaica, picture this: turquoise waters, golden sandy beaches, lush green mountains, and the rhythmic beats of reggae music. That's Jamaica for most of us, right? But there's another side to this paradise, a darker side that often goes unnoticed. When we think of Jamaica, we're often drawn to its vibrant culture and stunning natural beauty. But beneath this enchanting exterior, there lies a reality that many choose to ignore. A reality where the shadows of socio-economic issues and environmental concerns loom large, often hidden away from the tourist's eye. Yet it's these untold stories that paint the full picture of this island nation. They reveal a Jamaica that's more than just a postcard perfect destination, a Jamaica that's complex, diverse, and above all, real. This is the Jamaica we're about to explore. We're not here to tarnish the image of this beautiful island. Instead, we aim to shed light on the lesser-known aspects, the challenges, and the resilience of its people. So, are you ready to discover the untold stories of Jamaica? But wait, before we begin, please subscribe to ensure that you never miss out on any of my crucial stuff. Comment "I subscribe" below and I will personally welcome you to our community. Let's get started. The Jamaica, the land of one love, unfortunately, is also one of the world's most violent countries. The hidden reality of crime in Jamaica is a harsh contrast to its picturesque beaches and vibrant culture. It's a sobering fact that this beautiful island nation grapples with high crime rates. Gang violence and drug trafficking are not just buzzwords here. They are real issues that impact the everyday lives of locals. Gang violence in particular has been a persistent problem. Neighborhoods are carved into territories, each controlled by different gangs. This territorial division fuels a cycle of violence that seems never-ending. The gangs are not just fighting each other, but they are also involved in illicit activities such as drug trafficking, which further exacerbates the problem. Drug trafficking, on the other hand, is an issue that is deeply woven into the fabric of the island's economy. Jamaica's strategic location makes it a convenient transshipment point for narcotics from South America to North America and Europe. This illicit trade has not only led to an increase in violence, but also created a culture of corruption that permeates various levels of society. These issues have significant impacts on local communities. The constant threat of violence creates an atmosphere of fear and insecurity. It disrupts everyday life and hampers economic development. Children grow up in an environment where crime is seen as a norm rather than an exception. However, it's crucial to remember that the government is not sitting idle. It has taken several measures to combat crime, including increasing police presence, implementing community outreach programs, and investing in education and job creation. These efforts are aimed at breaking the cycle of violence and providing a brighter future for Jamaica's youth. Despite these efforts, the road to change is long and arduous. It requires not just government intervention, but also the active participation of communities and individuals. It requires a collective commitment to creating a safe and prosperous Jamaica for all. But crime is just one part of the puzzle. There's more to this story. Beyond the luxurious resorts and tourist hotspots, there's a stark economic divide that's hard to ignore. Jamaica, a tropical paradise to many, is marred by an underbelly of economic disparities. While the nation's beauty is a magnet for tourists worldwide, the wealth generated often doesn't trickle down to the local communities as it should. In the heart of Jamaica, beyond the reach of the sun-soaked beaches, lie communities battling high rates of poverty. The World Bank estimates that nearly 1 in 5 Jamaicans lives below the poverty line. These numbers are startling, especially when juxtaposed against the opulence of the tourist resorts that dot the coastline. The tourism industry, the mainstay of Jamaica's economy, is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it brings in much-needed foreign exchange and creates jobs. However, on the other hand, a considerable chunk of the revenue generated doesn't stay in Jamaica. Much of it ends up in the coffers of foreign-owned resorts and tour companies, leaving only crumbs for the local communities. Moreover, the jobs created by tourism are often low-wage, seasonal, and lack benefits. This leads to a cycle of economic instability for many Jamaicans who depend on tourism for their livelihoods. The economic disparities don't stop there. The wealth gap in Jamaica is significant. The richest 10% of the population holds over 40% of the nation's wealth, a clear indication of the skewed distribution of resources. This economic inequality often pushes people to the fringes of society, exacerbating issues like crime and social unrest. The economic challenges faced by Jamaica are complex and multi-layered, intertwined with issues of colonialism, foreign ownership, and global economic forces. It's a stark contrast to the image of an idyllic paradise that Jamaica often portrays to the world. And amidst these challenges, there's an even darker shadow lurking: environmental issues. Jamaica's natural beauty is undeniably breathtaking, but this beauty is under serious threat. Picture a paradise with lush green mountains, pristine beaches, and an abundance of wildlife. Jamaica is a land that seems to have been created by nature's most affectionate brushstrokes. But beneath the surface of this paradise, there's a growing storm of environmental concerns. The first among these is deforestation. Jamaica's lush forests are being cut down at an alarming rate, mainly for timber and to clear land for agriculture. This has a devastating impact on the biodiversity of the island, and it's also contributing to climate change. The trees that are being felled are vital carbon sinks, absorbing carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases that would otherwise be warming our planet. Then there's the issue of coral reef degradation. Jamaica is home to some of the world's most diverse and beautiful coral reefs. But these underwater ecosystems are dying, largely due to pollution, overfishing, and climate change. When these reefs die, it's not just the underwater world that suffers. Many Jamaicans rely on the reefs for their livelihood, either through fishing or tourism. Speaking of tourism, it's a double-edged sword for Jamaica. On one hand, it brings in much-needed revenue and provides jobs for the local population. On the other hand, the impact of tourism on the environment can be significant. The construction of hotels and resorts often leads to habitat destruction, while the influx of tourists puts strain on the local resources, including water and energy. And then there's the issue of waste. Like many islands, Jamaica struggles with waste management. The waste produced by locals and tourists alike often ends up in the sea, causing further damage to the marine ecosystems. Yet despite these challenges, there's a beacon of hope. More and more Jamaicans are becoming aware of these problems and are taking action to protect their beautiful island. From grassroots initiatives to government policies, efforts are being made to ensure that Jamaica's natural beauty is preserved for future generations. In the face of adversity, the spirit of the Jamaican people shines through. This is the resilience that defines the heart of this island nation. It's not just about surviving against the odds, it's about thriving, about turning the tides, about painting vibrant hues of positivity over the dark shadows. Jamaica, with its vibrant culture, warm smiles, and indomitable spirit, is a testament to human resilience. The Jamaican people have a remarkable ability to stare adversity in the face and still find a reason to dance, to sing, to celebrate life. They have faced crime, economic hardship, and environmental concerns, yet they rise again and again, undeterred. In the midst of these challenges, the Jamaican people have taken matters into their own hands. They're not waiting for change to come from the outside, they are the change. From community initiatives to combat crime, to innovative solutions for economic development, to environmental conservation projects, the people of Jamaica are tirelessly working to transform their reality, to ensure that the island they love remains a paradise. And in this, they are not alone. There are numerous ways we can lend our support to these efforts. We can contribute to local charities, engage in responsible tourism, invest in local businesses, or simply spread the word about the real Jamaica beyond the postcard-perfect beaches and reggae rhythms. But perhaps the most powerful way to support Jamaica is to understand that behind the tourist facade there is a country grappling with real issues, to understand that every smiling face has a story, a struggle, a victory, to understand that resilience is not just about enduring, it's about transforming, it's about rising. So next time you think of Jamaica, remember every paradise has its shadows. But also remember that in those shadows resilience blooms. Remember the spirit of the Jamaican people, their determination to overcome, their unwavering hope. Remember that the true beauty of Jamaica is not just in its landscapes, but also in the resilience of its people. Before we continue, can I beg a little favor? If you're liking what you're hearing, show us some love by pressing that like button. And hey, if you want to be in the loop for our fantastic upcoming videos, make sure to press subscribe and ring that bell so you're always in the know. Oh, and one more thing. Drop a quick "I subscribe" down in the comments and I'll make sure to offer you a warm welcome to our amazing family. Alright, enough of that. Let's keep the conversation flowing. Jamaica, a land of contrasts, where beauty and challenges coexist. We've delved into the unseen Jamaica, the hidden realities of crime, economic disparities, and environmental concerns. All these elements paint a picture not just of a tropical paradise, but of a country grappling with complex issues. But remember, the power of resilience is something that can't be overlooked. It's the spirit of the Jamaican people, their determination to rise above the challenges, that truly defines this country. As travelers, it's vital for us to understand these realities. It's about seeing beyond the tourist brochures, beyond the pristine beaches and rhythm of reggae music. It's about appreciating the true Jamaica in all its complexity and vibrancy. So here's to seeing the whole picture, the bright and the dark, and appreciating the true Jamaica. Until next time, stay curious.